happened to everyone in sort of varying ways.
Yep, the party is now aware of the bargain that was struck, if not necessarily the methods by which it was struck, although I think perhaps that too.
Yeah, Shay was trying to convey to Sola, please tell everyone everything except the suggestion that I am gay.
Don't
or I'm queer
me.
in any way.
Do not out me, Sola. I will kill
Do not
you.
out me, but tell them that I made a bargain.
Yeah.
Tell them all the details that they need, just not the queerness, please. Thank you.
Some people are like, oh, Shay, I didn't know that about you. Holding her breath. It's like, I didn't know you made deals with the devil. Oh, thank God.
It's so fucked that that's what she's worried about.
Yeah, we're gonna be staging an intervention for Shay. If we survive.
Yeah, if we survive, that's a low priority right now.
Yep. Ismark had a fun time.
Yeah.
Joe, why don't you tell us about Ismark's fun time?
Ismark, he was just hanging out, being a responsible parent. And he saw a stack of books, and he went to alphabetize them as his responsibility.
Right.
And he just made a little peek into the book, and for a brief minute, everyone was just losing their mind, thinking he would actually rip his own face off for some reason,
including you.
But he screamed a little bit. And Sola snapped him out of it, and everything is fine. Everything's fine now.
Everything is fine. And along the lines of everything being fine, you're finding yourself here in this dungeon, the bowels of Thistletop, through which you have entered in a very unusual fashion. You've gone in through this hole on the side at the bottom, which has allowed you to, take out the head of the serpent very quickly. Nualia is still coming to, very out of it, but functional in what was once her room. The others are milling about, getting ready, perhaps with some things on their mind, as a cool wind blows through Thistletop with a hint of sea salt to it. In the distance, you think that you can hear something like a roar, but you're not quite sure. What do you guys do?
We had a bit of a breather. We had a little bit of bargaining with the extra hero points.
I
think everybody's good to go once the timey-wimey bullshit we're gonna do for Mez and Shay is done.
Yes, Mez and Shay talk scene goes here. We'll get to it in post.
And I don't like that some people are eyeing that stack of gold. So we're gonna go back to that stack of gold so nobody goes and fucks with it by themselves.
I wonder who would go off on their own and tamper with something dangerous.
Half this fucking party.
Certainly nobody in this party. Certainly.
Is Suto still doing his workout?
Yeah, Suto is still over here, doing his workout in a corner. He wasn't told to do anything else, and all of a sudden there are lots of hot women here. He's trying to get a pump going. Can you blame the kid?
Carney, I'm tired.
The last 15-year-old sees a bunch of hot women, immediately starts working out.
I mean, this is prime testosterone hours, from what I'm given to understand. Okay.
I respect
he's
it,
gonna
honestly.
see Sabile, and she's just gonna tell him, "Your genetics are weak. Don't even bother."
No, don't crush his dreams like that.
Down at him. Pathetic.
I ain't forgiving that little shit. You know what you did in the future.
He doesn't, though. He has no idea.
The evil
I
seed
know
of
what you
what
did in
he's
the future,
done
which is also your past.
germinates within him.
All right. So you're examining the coins here, right?
She is not. No, she is waiting until somebody else fucks with it. She
I
is just
see. I
making
see.
sure that nobody fucks with it without other people being there to witness and help if needed.
Well, Suto's being a good boy. Kokoro is, I assume, talking with him or hanging out. What's Coco doing?
Oh, she's hanging out with Sudo,
Is
trying
she
to go through
working
what
out
he
with him?
remembers. Yeah, and we're vibing.
Tsuto's memory of things seems to be that he was kidnapped by the goblin chief of the area, a goblin by the name of Rip Nugget. Chief Rip Nugget.
Oh my god.
What was that?
Like, oh my god, that name.
Rip Nugget. Yeah, it's a very noble goblin name. He's one of the most storied goblin leaders, as a matter of fact, having united all of the goblins beneath him. He's like Goblin Genghis Khan. But he does seem to remember that there was a bugbear working with Rip Nugget as well.
Oh, see, that's the scary part.
Are bugbears the same in Pathfinder as in D&D, where they're just like big, huge, very strong?
They are very strong. They are not size category large, if I remember correctly, but they are huge and bulking in a human sense, yes.
Okay.
Ease, what are you doing?
Well, last session, Ismark discovered that there was an upstairs that was like intriguing because there's stuff going on. I'd bet money there's at least one or two different things going on up there that we should potentially investigate. But I don't want to blaze too much of a trail, so Ismark will come back to this room, to the little slot machine thing. And well, I don't know if I mentioned this idea, but I want to I want to see if I can like tie a string around a coin. And
you can certainly try.
I really want to try. I really want this to work, but it has to be a gold coin because last time a copper didn't, or not a, what's the copper? I think a copper.
Yeah, you tried a copper piece and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Now-
Shay tossed him a gold.
As he moves closer to this thing, and Sola sees him like fucking around with the coin, she just like nods to herself, like, "Yep, somebody's gonna do it," and like looks down the hallway and just like lets out like a low whistle. Like, okay, we're gonna fuck around with this thing. Everybody needs to be somewhere around here.
Shay, do you come down?
Well, on one hand, her sister is back from the dead and then back from the evils and is very weak and is there. On the other hand, she has a duty to protect her companions. So I feel like she'd hesitate for a second before she's like, Sabiel's got her. Trust Sabiel. Sabiel's good. Sort of. Not necessarily good.
Oh, what the fuck?
Not specifically good, but good
I
person.
didn't know we get dragged.
You know what I mean.
Do I?
Yes. She's like, okay, can trust Sabiel to look after.
That's what she says, right? You're good. Not actually good.
I wouldn't put it past her. But I feel like it's more like a look down the hall, look to Sabiel and Nualia, look back down the hall, make up her mind, look back to Sabiel, nod, turns, goes down the hall.
Sab, what are you doing? You sitting here?
I mean, it's bad to carry her down the hall.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know where she should be.
Hey, you know,
Away.
you want to go see what's going on?
She groans as she stretches and tries to get a feel for if she's in fighting shape. She realizes very quickly she's not. Well, I don't know if I can help, but I can't exactly have Shady doing everything herself, can I?
No, indeed. Besides, you always like to watch.
I like to scrap more.
Not right now, you don't.
Reckon I could give her a good couple hits at least.
We can spar after.
She laughs a little bit, and it's kind of pained. She knows damn well she could not fight at all in this state. But she likes to talk a big game. And she will also head down. I will be kind to Mez and place her over there. All right. Now, before we go in here, it does bear mentioning that this is a very difficult fight. You're not going to proc it immediately. You'll have some time to prep. But please pay attention to the environment and the information that you're going to get about this fight. It's very, very hard. I would not be surprised if somebody goes down.
DM, I do have a question, and you can feel free to say no to this.
Yes.
Does my mutagen refresh on a level up?
I will be kind and give this to you.
God bless. Because Ismark is going to imbibe his mutagen before getting too far along. If we start to get the idea of a threat coming.
I appreciate that he just like closes his empty snuff box, opens it back up, and it's full of snuff again.
Wow, this place truly is magic.
I feel like I leveled up or something.
So, Ismark, you get ready to drop this coin. You take some time and you tie the string around it, as I imagine you must have done a couple hundred times when you were playing tricks in your youth. This is something you've done before, and you've taken those skills that were used for illicit gain and trolling in your youth, and you've turned them into a fun game for Cece. She really likes to watch the coin swing.
That's such a wholesome trick to a wholesome thing to turn this into.
So you can do this pretty quickly. You drop the coin into the slot. There's a great rasp as centuries-old stone works against millennia-old stone. Enchantments unwind for the first time in what must be a couple thousand years, really. And as all of this is happening, you start seeing the coins sink beneath the ground as the door reveals itself in front of you. But Ismark, as the coin goes in, could you make me a reflex save real quick?
Do I? Well, you know what? Yes. Before you say no, you can purposefully fail. I will make this save. Oh shit! Did I upgrade my saves here? Hold on. I need to double check to make sure that my saves are correct. Because last time when I did my level up, I realized that I had to manually input the base level that my save is at, and I didn't fucking do that.
All right, so level 4, you should have 144 bonus to 4 reflex will. +1, +4, +4.
Nice.
Mm.
Okay. That'll be 9. It was not a nat 1.
All right. You pop this coin in, and for a second, everything seems fine. You can feel the vibrations through the string as it seems to hit against the various channels behind this device. And eventually, you realize it's falling very far, and something seems to be pulling. And before you can really gather your senses about you, the string pulls you into the mechanism, and you bang your nose against some of the stone coins. You take 1 damage and lose a tiny bit of dignity.
Ooh,
Just
that's not how to recover.
I can hear the really rough, like, crack of his head on the rock, and just it's like a bad skateboard stunt. And he pulls his head back, and he is saying very foul words that he has not and would not ever say in the presence of Cece. But he's rubbing his nose. There's like blood on the end of his fingers. Is the door open?
The door does open. Ismark, the string, when you pull back, has been completely severed, by the way.
He looks at it and is just his heart hurts. Like, oh, come on. I just wanted my coin.
Joe, I would like you to make me a note here, somewhere on your sheet, somewhere that you will remember, that you put a wrapped coin into this slot.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like that.
Don't worry about it.
Surprise thing that comes up in like 20 sessions.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. But as this comes down, the scent of stale air hits all of you immediately. With the great big hole in one side of the chambers here, there's a bit of air circulation within Thistletop. Just a bit, not too much. The air that's ahead of you, less so. It smells of not quite rot, but just stillness and dust and something foul that you can't quite place your finger on. It's a bit as if you were to wander into a house that nobody had been in for a few weeks or a few months, and the stuff in their fridge had started to turn. That initial whiff of just wrongness. And before you seems to be a regular chamber. Give me just 1 second here, and I will reveal it to you. There's this here. Let me just pull something up.
All right, Joe. Before you go in there, find trap, man, find trap.
Well, before anyone does anything, I need certain people here to make me a will save.
Ah, shit.
Not me.
Yes,
right?
you.
Who are those certain people, Jeff?
You're fine.
Okay.
Oh.
Sola makes a will save. Ismark makes a will save. Shay makes a will save.
That's an interesting pick.
You are picking up my gurgles.
That was a very good gurgle.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
Does a 15 make it?
15. Okay. Joe, what do you have?
That is a 19.
Okay. So, Shay, you get you get the sense that something is deeply wrong. This is just something that runs down to your bones. It's a feeling not terribly unlike when you had been around Chris's real form, in that there was a powerful evil that you could sense. You feel like you have a better sense of it now, having encountered it once. And you start hearing something in your head. You can't make out any full sentences, but you do hear a couple of things, and after a while you think that you can hear one phrase in particular. Matt, that's your cue.
I think you told me what the phrase is.
I just DM'd you.
Oh.
Catch up, Matt. Catch up.
Oh,
Gotta be on your toes.
oh, who put this phrase here?
Press E on the phrase.
Who left this?
Colonel.
I'm sorry, we could
I'm
not
sorry.
hear you.
Free me.
That's what you hear in your head, Shay.
I don't like that.
What?
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. No, Shay would say that out loud, just under her breath. Just, don't like that.
Then like what?
Didn't hear it?
Did I hear it?
Shrugs.
Eastmark, you didn't hear it, but you felt something. It's a similar sensation to when you sit down in a chair and you lean back a little far and you brush against something that you hadn't realized was there, a curtain, perhaps. And it feels kind of weird, but then it's gone. Sola, you had a similar sensation, but this one feels vaguely familiar to you. You can't quite place it. You don't hear any words, though.
Good, it's time for a boss.
Detect magic?
Yeah.
Well,
Womp.
where are you detecting magic?
She probably kind of leans forward a little bit because like she can't get to the door because there's too many people in front of her. But kind of leans forward to like try and peer into the room as much as she can.
So you lean forward to peer into the room, and this one, unlike the others in the area, appears to have been completely undisturbed from the Thessalonian era. You see just slabs of gold alongside the walls here, decorated with images of Zinchalast, but also images of Runelord Karzog. Seems to be conquering some other figure. There's no magic in this room here that you can sense. However, you get a vague sense of magic in this area here. This is transmutation magic in this direction. You get another sense of transmutation magic over here. Also, a slight air of conjuration here.
Zola frowns a little bit. I imagine she has kind of like is leaning over at least Kokoro's shoulders because I don't know how tall Augustiana is. So that she can get a little bit closer to the doorway. And shakes her head slightly. Yeah. Would watch the corners. There are things on either side.
Great. Whatever it is wants us to free it, so that's nice.
So we collectively agree to not free anything, correct?
Looks at Shay and looks at Kokoro and looks back at the door. I imagine that it would be wise, yes.
Hey,
Well, whatever
know.
is there must have been there for a very long time.
Maybe we could throw a rock or something through the door.
Ismark will swipe the returning dagger from Augustiana. And do exactly that. Just to see what happens. Casually throw it out there to see if it moves anything.
You throw this dagger out there, and it hits against the wall. This being a +1 cold iron dagger, it does scrape the priceless artifact that is this mural. So, good job on that, Ismark. But it does come back to you. Nothing seems to happen.
Seems safe, he shrugs.
Well, if it wants to be freed, it's not going to just be wandering around, right?
Kokoro
He
does have a
scratches his
point.
head.
Yeah, no, good point.
Maybe we should check for traps or something.
Turns to Ismark.
Ismark just kind of tilts his head, just goes way ahead of you, and he is going to look for traps.
The one time we didn't, he got caught in 2.
So, Ismark, go ahead and roll me your perception, your trap finding. Find some traps for me.
Could Shay assist?
Shay can
I would like
assist.
to assist.
Mez can
Yeah.
also assist.
Give helps.
I'd like to push him.
I'll help by pointing at things like, have you looked over there yet?
Have you looked over there? I think you missed a spot.
You missed a spot.
All right. He's with the collected bullying of the party, you'll get a +4.
Hey, that's going to get me to hold on, math. 31.
I also
31.
give a bonus. Oh
Yeah.
All right, 31 is very good. So, Ismark, you look this over. You look over every single inch of these murals. You look at the tiles owing to your last mishap. You look up at the ceiling, which, by the way, is also plated in gold. It's very nice.
Oh.
And the lights that are coming down from the area over here are actually shaped like eyes, by the way.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Huh.
But you don't see any traps, just opulence. However, Shay, you do hear something else in your head.
Wrapped. Free me. So long.
Yeah, I fucking hear ya.
No, you don't have to yell.
Is it? Are you?
Did you
Is
just
there
say
something wrong?
food?
It's
Rude, I believe.
Yeah, so what exactly was it?
Ooh.
A lot.
Get me snackies.
What was it? So long.
Trapped free me so long.
Trapped free me so long.
Oh, I
Shake's
thought
like,
you said Sola. Okay.
yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, Shay just fucking. Well, I imagine this is while Ismark's looking for traps. She just snaps her head towards the general direction. She's like, fuck off.
Shay, it's actually really hard to get a sense of the direction. The voice just seems to occur to you. And as you're shouting at this, Nualia leans forward. Shady, you alright?
Then she kind of, I don't know, flinches. She's not used to Nualia being there. Like, yeah, no, great. Just got something just speaking to me. Don't like it.
Are you sure? 'Cause I can't hear nothing.
Ismar's gonna turn around and then look over to Shay and be like, "You hearing voices now of all times?"
You're
You think I wanted this? What's Sabille say?
You're one to talk.
He. What was that supposed to mean? I didn't hear voices.
Right. Well, you lot can argue. I'm gonna go take a look. Nualia will attempt to push past and take a look.
How about you don't?
Sola, as
No,
soon
the
as
fuck
she
you
starts
don't.
to step forward, will just kind of like stick her kumare like out in front of her in this very like barring gesture. And there's just
Yeah, I
a
was gonna
very
say,
plain look of like, no.
Everyone
Mezel,
stops her.
Mezel also put her freaking rifle out in a like, nope, you can't pass.
There's like a
Imagine at
tail
that
wrapped
same
around
time,
her leg.
like Sabille grabs her and Shay just puts a hand out to stop her, just like all directions. No.
Nualia looks around and she's like, "Stars line. It's my job to look around in cases like this."
Oh
Well,
yeah,
it's
is
right
it?
to know.
You gotta be careful. There's a stiff breeze in there. It might knock you over.
Fuck it. Shay's gonna go.
Jeez.
Yeah, she really
It's
is
like,
your sister, isn't she?
Yeah, she really is.
Okay. I assume Eastmark has cleared it of no traps.
I didn't see any with a 30-something.
You didn't see any with a 31.
The trap man did the
So
trap thing.
Ismark, I imagine whenever he looks for traps, I imagine he like will walk up and take a knee and like very carefully scour the area, and then Shay just shoves past him. He's like, "Hey, fine, fucking excuse me."
Yeah, she'd wait. No, she'd wait till he was done. She respect Trap Man.
Unfortunately, Jim needed a 32 to detect all the traps in this room.
A
Yeah.
bear trap, a perfectly hidden bear trap.
Does he have a signal for when it's all clear of traps?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
All clear
His
signal.
his all clear signal is him turning around being like, all clear.
All right. No time to waste.
matter
It's
of
crowded
fact
as
about
fuck. It's crowded as fuck over there.
All right. So Shay, you step out, and you can see here. There's 3 sets of doors in this hallway. There's one set over here, one set over here, one set over here. This door over here is decorated with an almost saint-like image of Karzog, where it's his visage, his arms outstretched. There's almost like a halo effect coming around his face, and there seems to be action lines, especially, coming out of his mouth. It's a very opulent image. This one over here depicts Karzog striking down one of his enemies. This one, roll me a perception check.
Perception check.
Yes, perception.
Boop, 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 boop. That's gonna be gotta fucking get to the fucking perception. 26.
With a 26, you notice that the door here is strange. Unlike the others, it's completely free of any markings, and that actually includes a doorknob. There's no knob at all that you can see here, nor can you see how the door is joined to the wall. It just seems to be a straight slab of gold here.
Alright. Well, Shay would have done her due diligence, paced around the room a bit, and then be like, oh, all good.
Shay, as you approach this area here, you start hearing more of that voice again.
The area to the south on the map?
Mm-hmm.
Can Do these images strike any, like, because Sola has been here studying Thassalon.
Yes.
Do they mean anything to her, like, from her studies or anything?
I'm so glad you asked me that, Sola. I'm so glad you asked me that. Why don't you roll me a will save? And while you do that, Shay, you're receiving a telegram message here.
That's another dirty 20.
Thank you.
So close now. Don't tarry.
That's what you hear, Shay.
Fuck does Terry mean?
Mark looks up.
Oh,
What is
never change, Shay.
what is this? Who's Terry? Do you know some guy named Terry?
Harry means wait. Even I know that.
Ow!
Oh, she said Terry. Terry's a name. I know it's a word, but
No.
Yeah.
Why would
no,
she
no.
ask what is a person?
No, she's right. I think that's what it means. No, told you I'm hearing shit.
yeah, I know.
What do you want?
I want at least restate the whole thought.
Ow. Okay, well, free me? Trapped. So long. Free me. So close. Don't. Terry. I didn't know what Terry meant. So, I asked.
So here's a thought. Why don't we just go the opposite direction?
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, let's leave.
Yeah,
There's
fuck this
ghosts
guy.
over there.
What?
The other direction.
Yeah, think it's this way. Points to the south door. Don't like it.
So, Sola, as you're looking over everything here, you don't really have very much time to comment on the goings on because you're struck with another one of those vague headaches. And looking at this image in particular, there's just something galling about it. Particularly the manner in which Karzag is attacking his foe here. He's using not a glaive, but a ransor. And not just any ransor, but a ransor swathed in flame that seems to have a human head embedded on the center of it, the center prong of it. And the figure that he's striking, even though it's been centuries, it occurs to you that the face has been struck from this image. Where there should be one, there's nothing at all. It feels as if it's been perhaps carved out, or as if this lone section has been looted. But the sight of that ransor fills you with the anger. Not enough to act on, but it's the sensation that somebody has taken something that does not belong to them, something that they have not earned. It's as if you've seen somebody pick up a general's sword off of his body in a battlefield and waltz into town with it and show it off at a tavern.
Imagine Sola has kind of reached out and has placed her hand over where the face was scratched out,
Mm-hmm.
and is just staring. And I don't know if the others are paying enough attention to her to like see what she's doing. She's not in a good spot, but yeah. They're arguing over Terry.
Please, it's Terrence.
Hey, find him. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. It could be Terrence. Terrence could be trapped.
I imagine Holly has pressed close to like one side of her legs, and John is like tucked up under her hair, against her neck. They are just very, very quiet and very, very still.
Staring at this image. Well, what do you do, heroes?
Oof.
Gonna check these doors for traps.
Go ahead.
Dang right.
So just when we're clear, when she said "don't Terry," you literally thought she meant "don't Terrence"?
No, she said, "What's Terry?" That's all I heard is "What's Terry?" And I was like, well, it sounds
But then
like a
she
name.
clarified. And then you asked.
She didn't clarify until after I said, "What's Terry?" That's why I said it.
You didn't say Terrence until afterwards.
I didn't say Terrence to begin with. That was above table.
Oh, okay. It's above table.
Jesus Christ.
I thought he said it in character.
Ah. So beautiful. So beautiful. Jesus Christ. Okay.
That's a 29 to check this door set
Hey,
for traps.
Iris is the official video person that goes and cuts these. I need that cut as a clip to live forever.
Which one? Which part do you want, Clip?
Iris, 40 minutes.
That
It was above table.
that like 2 minutes right there between Piper and Joe.
I honestly thought he said that in character, so I was like, Kokoro can't let this go. That doesn't make sense.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
Oh, fuck.
So, Ease, what was it? You rolled a 29?
Yes.
Okay. With a 29, you are perfectly fine. There's no traps in that topmost room.
A 29 feeling fine.
Mm-hmm.
No traps, no problem.
It's not locked either.
You know, I'm just gonna make note of that. I'm not gonna open it. I really wanted to just open the door. Like, you can literally see Ismark figure out something and then go to open it and then just stop and then take his hand off the handle and be like, not yet. But we'll come down to this door next and just we're going in. We're going in every door.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll.
Mesicist again?
Assist.
Assist.
So she's just like points her gun at him, right? You better.
If you fuck up.
What? God, I can't do math. 22, 30, 35.
Absolutely not trapped.
All right, that one's good. Is it locked?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm liking this section a lot better. There's way less impediment to stuff.
I don't like this.
Why not?
She just looks at him. She
I mean,
forget
yeah,
about the
it's like
whole, voice I'm hearing?
Well, yeah, but what's it gonna do? It's just a voice, right?
For now?
Ismark opens his mouth and pauses and closes his mouth.
Fucking turn.
Got
Got a point. Gonna turn to Sola. And gesture just like, can you believe this guy? And I feel like that's when she finally fucking notices of like, Sola's not okay.
Yeah, Sola's still fucking like hand on the mural, like Mez steps closer, sees her eyes slightly clouded. Not like swaying or anything, but just more like stock still.
Yep. Concern.jpg.
I imagine when Mez reaches out, there's just a little kind of twitch, head sideways of like realizing coming back to herself a little bit, and then you see a blink and her eyes are still clouded over. Turns very slightly, sees Mez, and then you see just rapid blinking. And takes the hand off the mural. What is going on?
Nothing. What's wrong with you?
And half turns, looks over her shoulder at Ismark and Shay. Kind of shakes her head slightly and rubs her temple a little bit. Hey. I am uncertain.
What do you mean? What are you uncertain about? Uncertain about like what's behind the door?
She looks back at the mural and then she turns the rest of the way around towards the door at the end. Or the not door, because you said it looked like a solid gold plate. Does she see anything sus about it? Can I roll to see if she sees something sus about it?
I was muted, sorry. Roll me a perception check.
Perception check.
Perception check.
Does whatever a perception check.
Spot and listen, all in one. Perception checks are so much fun.
That's a nat 20. So that's a
Oh.
32.
Oh,
32.
No.
Oof. Oof.
Ooh.
Okay, so this solid slab of gold, it doesn't have a doorknob, but there's something about the pattern on it, the interlocking series of stars that as you look over it and sort of let your eyes glaze over the details until you see it as a mass and as a single piece, you can see the seams along the vertices of the stars where something here might open. But how would it? You sit with the question for a long while before you see it. One of the stars is incomplete. It only has a little pit in the center. It's as if it's missing the actual star piece itself. If you don't miss your guess, that would be how you unlocked that door. And with the 32, I'll give you a couple of other details as well. You hear the crackle of fire. Very, very quietly, but you hear it nonetheless, which is, again, strange, because the air in here hasn't circulated in centuries. The other thing you hear from this direction is strains of Thessalonian speech. A masculine voice, if you don't miss your guess. Too muffled to make out, but the rhythm seems Thessalonian. And Sola, as you look toward this door and as you turn your senses toward it, you start hearing something in your head as well.
I have so longed to repose in your presence once more. I've missed your strength, your rage.
Sola, that voice is familiar to you, but you can't quite place it. You haven't heard it in a very long time.
I imagine as Sola is kind of looking around, first staring at the golden plate at the end of the hall, and then kind of shifting and looking over her shoulder towards the noise that she's hearing. Sola is generally very calm and very composed. If she has an expression, usually it's more amusement or fondness, the lighter things that you see on her. She doesn't show negative emotions very often. But there is a very clear confusion. And a little bit of fear. Not to... I've been there.
Well, been here in what capacity, do you know? Like,
She shakes her head slightly. Something to me.
Is it Terry?
there is no Terry.
There's a blink and just turns and looks at Shay. And she completely missed that entire conversation. She has no fucking idea what you're talking about.
And she just shrugs, like, a voice.
Inner Terry, you know.
And she shakes her head slightly. And did you say the fire sound was coming from the south or the north?
Fire is coming from the south.
And she looks to the south again and then looks towards the north. And without saying anything, she's walking towards this door.
Wait, whoa.
But
Ismark's gonna... He's not gonna, like, interpose himself between her and the door, but he's gonna get right up beside her and kind of give her a quick, like, up, down in the eyes. Is Sola looking like... does Sola have, like, the 1,000-yard stare going, or...
there is still that, like, milky white clouding over her eyes that has decreased a little bit. You see more of her, like, pupil and iris again, but it's not completely clear yet. But she looks a little bit more like a woman on a mission.
Huh. Ismark will pat her once on the arm. Hey, you know, we're all in this together or whatever, so feel free to lean on us when you need it. And he'll take a step back so he's not crowding her. That's as good as a reassuring pat on the shoulder as she's gonna get from him in the moment.
There's a little smile, a nod. And you see her like lips part like she's about to start trying to say something, but then she decides against it. Yeah. Yeah, no, I guess we're gonna do this. She's just gonna fucking open this door.
You open this door. You hear the boss's music play. Not actually.
That's the bottom door, I'm pretty sure.
And
see.
reflex save.
Reflex save, reflex save. So, this room is pretty barren, unlike a lot of the others. There's a upraised dais toward the end here. That's what you can see there. There's a marble throne upon it. And on either side of the throne are two statues of a man holding a book and a glaive. It's the same figure that you've seen throughout here, Rune Lord Karzog. There's a figure that's seated in the throne as well, or at least a flickering image of one. Appears to be the same man in the statues, as a matter of fact, Rune Lord Karzog. He's addressing an audience as he moves his hands about. His fingers are decorated with hooked rings. He's speaking in Thessalonian. Is upon us, but I command you remain. Witness my power, how Arius's petty wrath is but a flash compared to my strength. Take my final work to your graves, and let its memory be the last thing you... It seems to cut out and starts back up again from the very same point.
Sola is kind of watching the hand in the door frame. It's like eyes locked on the image. Matt, does Sabine know Thessalonian?
Yes.
Alright, because I assume that with knowing the scholar dude and tease with him, Solo would probably know that, right?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
And she like is staring and has again gone very still. And finally kind of straightens up just a little bit and turns her head to call over her shoulder. Sibyl, could you come here?
Excuse me, Nuna. I think I'm being called for. Man, you a little fast. What you need?
Hey, want to double check that I am hearing correct. And she'll gesture, like kind of step to one side and like gesture Sibyl towards the image. Just double checking that she is hearing the exact words that was coming out. And very uncomfortable looking. And nothing changes for Sibyl, right? You're muted, Kira.
God damn it. Sorry. Nothing changes. It's the same series of words.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're translating that, right?
Double checking something. I clicked something that I don't like. Yeah. Sola just kind of sags into the doorframe a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you need to get out of here.
She looks at Spiel, and eyes drift back to the image. Should.
Ismark kind of leans in and he's like, "Hey, what's going on? It's what's happening? You look like you just stepped on a rocking ship."
That is the rune of greed speaking. About the rune of wrath. Arius. Name that demon to me. I think I was part of all this.
Huh. But what? How do you want to? I mean, should we tell someone? Do you want to? Ismark just scratches the back of his head. Talk about it.
And Sola just shakes her head slightly. Hey, she's dead on the floor. When's one of the evil people in the world?
Oh, it weren't hardly your fault. You just kind of got stuck with all that.
Yeah.
Little shake of the head. That's why I continued to dribble.
I mean, if I
Also,
can say so, I think you did a lot better this time.
there's just kind of a dry, like, single laugh. This time, how many lifetimes do you think to make up for being a rune?
And just as you say the word Rune Lord, Sola, you hear it again, that voice in your head.
Arius. After 9,000 years, you keep me waiting? Your finest general? Free me, and we will conquer once more. We will subjugate all of the other rune lords. You will rule alone.
Sola's head just whips around to the other side of the room.
No change. None at all.
Would she know anything in her studies about fucking Rune Lord generals?
Go ahead and roll a knowledge history.
I just want to clarify an understanding. I want a clarifying question.
Yes.
Was that a softball implication that Sola may be a reincarnated Rune Lord?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry, because
Oh,
I was like doing the math on the words, and I was like,
Oh, she was the famed
No.
Rune Lord Terry.
And it's not even 100% reincarnated because of how samsarans work. Like, reincarnation kind of implies like you're starting from scratch every time. That's not how samsarans work.
Yeah, you sort of start at like 6 or 7 every time, I think.
Yeah. Like, literally, when they come into existence, they are rough, like, youngest would be like 7 or 8. And with some of the foundational understandings of past lives. And then they're ready to go by like 16, 17. Like half the learning time. So she's there's a reason why she is not happy right now. That's a 26, boss.
All right. So, with the 26, you've studied a great deal of Thessalonian history, and something important does occur to you here. If you were to draw out the territories of the various Rune Lords at the time of Earthfall, when a giant meteor that later became the Starstone crashed into Galarian, causing the end of the Thessalonian Empire. If you were to make that map, Sandpoint runs along a disputed strip of territory that was either held by Karzog or held by the Rune Lord of Wrath at any given point. It changed hands several times. And another interesting point that you would remember there is, well, obviously the Rune Lords of Wrath were kind of short-lived. A lot of the other Rune Lords would hold their position for hundreds or, in some cases, thousands of years, but the Rune Lords of Wrath generally only made it about 50 because their successors would murder them and take their position. But you do remember that the last recorded Rune Lord of Wrath, whose name was always redacted when you came to it, had an awful lot of generals, and among them was a creature that did consider itself something of a god to the local goblins in the area, who, well, unfortunately have been here since time immemorial. But you don't know exactly the manner of the creature. But you do remember the name, though. Malfeshnikor.
She kind of is staring at the gold plate on the other side of the room. And will turn, like, eyes still locked on it, but kind of turn her head very slightly back in Sabiel's direction to, like, indicate that she is speaking to Sabiel. Remember anything about Malfeshnikor?
I don't know, do I?
Go ahead and make a roll.
That is a 20 history, boss.
With a 20 history, you've seen the name. You don't recall any specific details. However, with the name said out loud, Ismark Joe is Joe still AFK?
Yeah, got
I think so.
Blast you, Joe.
That'd be great.
Okay.
No, it's all right. I think Shay would also have recalled this, and I think Sola did see the paper as well. This is not the first time that name has come up.
Oh, it's from the fucking Nualia's or the notes from the last arc?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, good memory. I spoilered it and I posted it in resources, but it comes up in Suto's journal as well.
Ah. Hmm.
Like hearing Sabil not remember specifics. She nods, and her eyes dart towards Shay.
Shay's just staring at Sola.
Shay, whether she wants to or not, is kind of the lead in walking around places and sticking their nose into things. I think what you are here, what I am hearing, the general who I was, the general of Wrath, that waiting for millennia.
She just nods. Oh, sorry, my mic's far away. She just nods. And she's going to just look Sola over. And you sure that was you? Way back?
There's a little frown. Sure. Don't remember, but the sense familiar, sense of being. It was. I was here all the same.
She just nods again. Okay. Well, are we gonna go through that door first, or are we gonna go straight to the general?
Even if we wanted to go to the general first, we cannot a key. She just kind of like gestures with her hand a little bit. One of these stars is missing on.
Oh, and another detail I will give you for free with that perception check. I forgot to mention this earlier. The lock that's used on that door isn't just mechanical. It's, in fact, a spell. It's a spell called Arcane Lock. And it's greatly powerful. Above table, caster level 20th.
Ooh.
So Holly can't eat the door. That's what I'm hearing.
She cannot.
It'll take her a long time. Like,
A very long time.
It's a big meal, you know. It's kind of like every Thanksgiving rolled into one.
Is it like, so I don't know how Arcane Lock works in Pathfinder. Is it just like preventing people from like trying to pick the lock, or is it like you have to also know a special magic word, or?
In this case, it will open once you have applied the proper key, but nothing else on God's green earth will open this door.
Gotcha.
Shay will nod. And she'll just turn to Sola and tilt her head a little bit. Do you even want to go to him? You just want to leave. Yet goblins up there.
She kind of like looks at Shay, and for a moment she looks tired. Do I want? Oh, in the right mind, no, is something like that, but how can you honestly tell me that we'll just leave? Thing that's a god to goblins here.
Well, to be honest, kind of want to kill it. But, seems trapped. It's gonna be here.
So somebody else goes trying to capture its power.
Could just try to sink the island.
Do you have a meteor laying around?
Would you believe me if I said yes?
No.
No.
I'm gonna say it anyway. Yeah.
That was
Come on, punch as hard as a meteor.
A
You
lot.
might think you punch as hard as a meteor, but you still can't punch an entire island.
I haven't tried.
So it kind of looks back at Sabine. There's the clouding in her eyes is decreasing a little bit, but she is like very pointedly looks Sabine head to toe, and then looks in her eyes, and then just does the small gesture with 2 fingers.
As this is going on, Sola, you hear the voice again.
Fuck off.
You understand why Shay's like this now.
After 9,000 years, how can you make me wait a moment longer? My captors have the key. It's well within your power to take it from them.
It's like goes from like slightly humorous with Sabine to just a grimace. Voices.
Oh, he's brass beard. Can't this guy shut up?
I've been saying the whole time.
Jay, I'm disappointed in you.
The fuck did I do?
Reading, you don't know what the word Terry means? Why do I even lend you those books?
Fuck off.
Oh, fuck then.
She's gonna fucking cross her arms and just like, yeah, what's the matter?
Squeeze on
Yeah.
by. Go to the store.
I mean, if you're gonna do this, I got your back, I guess.
You guess.
All right. You open the door?
Yes.
I imagine as Sheila goes to open the door, Shay takes the last moment to flip Sabine off real quick. I guess it got you back, I guess.
Sabine does like one of those short lunges towards her, like to try to make her flinch.
Doesn't work. She's so ready to fight.
So this room immediately puts all of you off. It has a foul aura. But when you look past that, there are 3 low tables ahead of you. Let me actually open the door so you can fucking see. There are 3 low tables ahead of you. The tops are covered with a strange selection of what some might call tools. Saws, long-bladed knives, corkscrews, straps of some kind. There's a collection of bones near the southern table. Too many for one skeleton, but too few for 2.
Let's just slowly creep inside. Anything particularly weird beyond the skeleton?
Well, the skeleton is very weird. When you look at it, really get close to it, Sola, it seems to have been a 2-headed man with a partial skeleton of a smaller man growing from the small of his back.
So, 3 heads?
Total, yes.
Gross.
For anything else, roll me a perception check.
It's not. That's 22.
Shay, are you looking around as well?
Yeah.
Also roll me a perception check.
Oof, that's gonna be a 13.
Okay. With a 13, you don't like this place. You don't like it one bit. Nope. Something about its aura just feels bad to you. And you keep staring at these tools and thinking about how they might have been used. It reminds you of the torture chamber you had seen in the Catacombs of Wrath, but something is different here. There's arcane markings all over the tables. Some of them seem to be settings where you might place something. But you're not sure. You don't know how the pieces fit together. Sola, looking at this place and letting your sense of magic overtake you, you start to get a sense for what this is. This is a transmutation room. You would put something on this table or this table, and they would combine on this table. But this isn't exactly a delicate sort of transmutation. This is a very grotesque and grisly kind that cares little for what might result. And the tools you see around you would have been likely used to reshape whatever it was that emerged on the third table. But as you look over these tools, a fucking muscle car races by.
Oh
Damn.
shit!
Oh shit.
Christ, why did I do that? Anyway, you see a Sahedron. One side is studded with nodules and blades, and the other one has a handle to it. Seems like you found the key.
Use very carefully. Pick up the key. Kind of with like as few fingers as possible. She kind of shakes her head as she looks around the room again. We have found another place that deserves to be burned.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like it. Can we leave?
So as Shay is walking by, we'll just hold out the key.
To Shay?
Yeah.
She'll take it.
She wants to be in front, right?
Yeah. Like, I don't want to see Terry. You can't. If she knows the name has now been learned. However, in her mind and in her soul, this guy is Terry, and it will forever be Terry.
Just doing some quick rearranging. No reason.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, quick question. Did anybody give Nualia any of her weapons back?
No? Question mark, exclamation point?
Sola sure as fuck didn't.
Sabine, did you let her have any of her weapons?
Can't say no to you.
God, stop being. You need to be strict.
And Nualia will, as she hears people getting ready for some sort of fight, take a step back there and get out a bow. Her bow, which Shay would recognize. All right.
Oh, fuck. Ow.
We have reached the point where if you open this door, you will be triggering the combat. So if you are going to do any sorts of buffs, please do so now, and please ensure that your marching order is correct. We should probably wait until Joe gets back as well.
Yep. I'd like to ask for a quick bathroom and snacky break.
Yeah. Bathroom snacky break until Joe's back.
Whoop.
So, I don't know which one is best to cast this on. I have Shay, I have Seville, and I have Ismark. Who's the most effective to have in large person?
Any of them would be good. Matt, does enlarge affect your grappling stuff?
It increases the ability or the size of the things that I can grapple, since you can grapple, I believe it's your own size or one higher. So I can grapple a huge thing.
It doesn't give you any bonuses to said grapple.
The strength increase does it, and the size comparison does make a difference, but it depends on what the size of the thing I'm grappling is. Does increase my unarmed damage as well, and the strength increase does increase my CMB.
So the decrease to dex doesn't fuck you over?
I mean, could be worse. But no, not really.
Fuck it. I'm nervous. I want to do something with one of my spells. As the door swings open, Solo will just tap Sabile on the shoulder, and Sabile starts to grow.
I'm back just in time for giant woman.
And
Yes.
we're taking a 5-minute break really fast.
Yeah. Form up. We're about to trigger combat.
Form of mutagen.
Yeah, apply all of your buffs and stuff. You're aware that there's going to be a combat, so.
And I could cast a whole bunch of shit, right? Because some of this is technically concentration.
No, concentration doesn't work the same way in Pathfinder either.
Yeah, that's a big change.
Yeah, you can have multiple spells going, and unless it is a very specific kind of spell, you don't really have to worry about it. All right, so Sabile, that's up one size category, right?
Yep.
Bam.
Oh, am I?
Fucking guidance on Ismark.
He's right beside in here.
Hey, I don't know what buff spells.
Yeah, +1 to an attack
a Blade of
saving
Barrier.
or skill check.
fucking big one. I forgot I took that one. Could I have taken bull strength? Could I be that bitch?
If you want.
You gotta tell me
I don't
now
know if
though,
I
because
can be.
I did say like that's something I can feed Holly for later. But I need to take it off if you're using it.
I do not have it.
Well, we got a scroll of it.
Oh.
I think.
I can learn that. I can't even called formula. I can learn that formula. It would be pretty good because Ismark is a melee character, but what would probably be even better for him would be Bear's endurance. And give Ismark more fucking health.
If you do let Sola have it, she could make a potion of it for you too.
I am totally down with letting Sola take it.
Yeah.
But Ismark is going to slap himself with a blade of barrier and
I should
No,
probably
no.
figure out what that does.
blade of and we're going to
Who has the fucking ice cream truck music?
no,
I think that's Piper? Or is
that is farming music. I know that lackadaisical chill farm tune.
Yeah, that's
Stardew
Piper.
Valley.
Hi, I'm back, and holy shit, I forgot the new update dropped.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I'm doing for the rest of my fucking life. Never see me again.
Bah, bitch.
I got fucking robbed.
This is something, the scrolls, if I'm remembering this correctly,
Mm-hmm.
that it's something that you can, if you don't have the ability to cast that level of spell, you roll to see if you're able to use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to think if there's anything she can do. Oh, would oils of blessed weapon work? Because we got 2 of those.
That would be a wonderful thing to use.
Ah, sweet. Okay.
+2 AC. God bless.
I rub them on my arms.
Can
Your arms already count as magic.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
guns be lethal.
What does oil of blessed weapon do again?
Okay, go
It's
grease
treated
it up.
as having a +1 enhancement bonus for bypassing the DR of evil creatures or striking incorporeal creatures.
Oh,
It's
so
also treated as good aligned.
she already has a +1 longsword.
Mm-hmm. So she
So-
wouldn't need it for her.
Okay. But you know who Ismark, do you have a magic weapon?
No.
You have a +1 Ransor.
Oh, you're right. I do, but I'm not proficient with it, which is fucking infuriating.
So do you want oil?
Will it make me accurate?
It makes a +1.
Well, it's already +1.
That's fair.
Okay. I'm saying, did you want to use?
Wouldn't stack.
Would you want to use something else and put the oil on it, something that you are proficient in?
Does
put it on my rapier. That would actually.
The oil doesn't stack with the already +1 weapons?
No.
No.
Pathfinder does not let you stack those.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Found another thing
It does give
that
us like
annoys me.
30s everything.
Time to oil up.
Mm.
Oh yeah, give your sword a nice old rub.
Oh, another thing that's important here is if you use the oil of blessed weapon, if you critical hit an evil target, the critical is automatically confirmed.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Can
pretty
we
good. Yeah.
can we dump that on Mez's bullets?
Yeah, can we soak her bullets in them?
I will allow you to add.
Keep them.
Let's see. Okay, individual arrows or bolts can be transmuted, but bows do not confer the benefit. So you would have to anoint one of her bullets.
What?
That's bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yes.
Just rub it on my rapier because it will at
Okay.
least make my rapier better because I am proficient in that. I am not proficient in Ransur.
Okay.
Someday.
So we have 2 of those. So I'm just gonna go back down to 1 of those. Give 1 to Ismark.
Bum, bum, bum,
1 oil of blessed weapon now.
ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum,
Please remember your bonus.
Mm-hmm.
ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
And then you could give the other one to Augie if you want, or you could use it on one of Mez's bullets.
Okay. Are you gonna be running both Augie and Met? Oh Jesus Christ, Sabiel's huge.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I will run both Augie and Mez.
Okay.
This is an all hands on deck fight. So-
Okay. Fucking pseudo. You know how to use a bow yet? You don't? Whatever, you'll learn.
He's 15.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't know how to read yet.
Tap into your memories of the past of the future. I think you'll be a natural.
I don't know.
We're just
feel
gonna
like
hand him like a stack of
knife.
like rocks. Just like, throw
Yeah.
rocks. Maybe you'll like do like 1 damage. It'll be useful.
Yeah.
Does
here's
anybody have that
how-
cantrip that turns rocks into lethal weapons?
Let's go.
All right.
Magic stone. But I think that's
Yeah.
all Shay's got.
So, looking at Matt's fancy loot table.
Mhm.
Make sure that y'all got your like new shit, because you just got a fancy new shield, right? Shay?
Oh shit! Right.
Yeah, you got a fancy new shield and a +1 longsword, and
Field armor needs to be. I gotta request edit access.
there's the masterwork chain shirt for your Ismart.
Yeah, I think Ismark already has that on.
I do.
Matt, the sheet is the sheet is set to view only. Would you like to keep track of things, or do you want to open it up for everyone?
I can open it up.
Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, you enter in the item and the quantity on the last page where it says tables, right?
No, don't touch tables.
Oh, don't touch tables. Okay.
You
I was
put
wrong.
You put it in loot, and
Alright.
you just put it who it's assigned to, and that'll populate on the tables.
All right.
Given to. So you just like
On the first page, then?
the second page.
Second page, yeah, where it's
Mhm.
the loot page.
Ah,
Hmm.
cool. I'll be honest. I might not touch this because I'm scared of it.
I mean, you can try something if you want.
I don't want to break it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Party stash.
I have a sneaking suspicion. Use the fucking wand. I don't think that Daze is gonna work on this one.
Listen, it didn't work the first time. It didn't work the 6th time. But when it works the 10th time, you're gonna be like, "Wow, that was really clutch, Piper."
Girl, please use. Thanks.
I have a sneaking suspicion that a General Wrath is not going to, like, if it didn't work on the Sin spawn of Wrath, I don't think the General Wrath is going to work on.
Dang, I made like a sample item at the bottom of the loot table, so you can just try that out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, pee pee poo poo.
Shay. Thank you.
All
Okay,
right.
cool.
So we have applied the scroll of bless, the oils of blessed weapon to Augie's rapier and to Ismark's rapier. If I'm not missing my guess, the 2 ranged people are set. Sabil is large. Are we all set for combat?
Yes.
Does Solo want to hashtag bless us?
I know that I did the guidance on Ismark. Guess what? I only had one bless and it was used last fight.
Oh. We're not hashtag blessed.
It's okay, it's okay. Ismark and Augie are hashtag blessed. At least their weapons are. I mean, if you want us, if you want to be technically blessed, Jay can pull out a bottle of holy water and take a sip. Offers a drink to Sabine.
Anybody? Anybody? Thirsty? Thirsty?
Let me just chug that. Let me crush it against my forehead.
Shotgunning it.
Yeah, shotgun holy water. Let's go.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
Okay,
Let me read
holding.
Holding. I'm gonna have so many questions about this creature.
Double checking this doesn't have the weakness that the D&D spell has.
Joe, can we get the boss music? Yeah, you're on it.
Oh,
I
man.
appreciate your work, DJ Joe.
I got fucking robbed. I was heating up some popcorn, chicken, and fries, and my husband heard me, and he's like, "What you making?" And I was like, "I'll put more in, damn it." So,
Oh man, can you
let me
make
check
him
on that real
bring
quick.
me some?
So
No.
clarifying question here.
Mm-hmm.
So for like the instance, just because we were joking about it a second ago, so it's in my head. Kokoro casting Daze, does that count as an attack spell?
In the sense that it counts as an aggressive action, yeah. What's the exact context here?
Protection from evil.
Protection from evil. Let me look up here.
The third final paragraph. Protection against
The spell prevents bodily contact by evil summoned creature.
ends if the warded creature makes an attack against or tries to force the berry against the blocked creature.
I would say that does not count as an attack, but it is an aggressive action. I feel like this is a loss of life is damage is loss of life, but not all loss of life is damage situation.
I will say that part applies to evil summoned creatures. So if this is just a guy, that may not apply at all. It doesn't invalidate the rest of protection from evil, which is good.
Yeah, deflection bonus does stack with everything else as well.
So what you're telling me is I should just use the help action to make somebody else better.
Well, if that's
what I'm hearing.
So what? If I'm understanding you correctly, Matt, that means that third section on there, that all applies to a summoned creature. So if it's not summoned, then that third paragraph has like no stakes in the spell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I am scared. Fuck it. We ball. Because I have protection from evil community? Or communal?
Community.
Which means that I get to do that for splitting up the spell time amongst people. So let me double check this.
You get 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
And you can divide in 1 minute intervals. So you get 4 applications.
So Sabile, Shay, Ismark, myself or Augustian. We're gonna do Sola because I think it might attack me because it knows me.
All right. I think Amy's AFK, but Amy, if you can hear me, I have already applied that to your sheet. And we will start when Amy's back.
Hello, very sorry. Yes, I heard.
Okay, so that the +2 armor bonus has already been applied for you. So all you have to keep in mind is that you also get a +2 on your saves.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that all it does?
It does some other stuff that I will remind you of when it comes up.
Okay. Is there anything that I need to avoid doing, or?
No.
Sweet.
All right. So, who is opening the door? Shay?
Yep. I imagine Shabil has been too embiggened.
Shay, you lean forward and you open the door. The key fits into place so well that you can't see the seam at all once you've put it in place. You turn the knob, and it opens up before you, this room.
Whoops, ignore that.
Oh no, he wasted a crit!
Oh,
Joe.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I wasn't going to use the buttons anyway, so that's not even a real crit.
Okay.
That's an imaginary crit.
So you see this creature before you, this sort of misshapen, goblin-like wolf dog thing. Whatever it is, it's packed with very dense muscle and very sharp teeth. The room it's in is barren. As you open it, Shay, you're overcome with the scent of burning hair. When you look at the creature, you can see the patches where its skin has burned off in the centuries of its imprisonment. And the source of it is very clear to see. In the center of the room, there's a fire pit. It's about 10 feet wide. You also see a host of candles surrounding this creature, candles that have burned for 9,000 years, but don't seem to be anywhere near to finishing. And while the candles don't seem to be giving off actual light, you can all feel the warmth of the fire. And as the creature sees all of you, its eyes lock on to Sola, and it grins and speaks.
Finally, Arias, you have come to free me. Wait, you're not her. You're no Rune Lord. I know what you are. You're her weakness.
And with that, the creature bares its teeth and attacks. We enter combat.
Toots.
All right.
All right, he rolled a nice 24. Love that for him.
Oh, fuck! She's not on initiative. I deleted her token. Swap them out.
Oh, that's fine. You can reroll. If any of you want to reroll your initiative here, feel free to.
Oh, thank God. I go to this place with 7 initiative.
And then, let's see.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Did
you should have crit.
Oh, you crit!
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
What is the crit on fucking initiative?
I mean, it's not bad. Getting to move first isn't bad. You got a 7 again, Matt?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Well, look at that. It's a 24.
All right.
But so does she go first?
No, he's
Before
got
it?
24.
All right. Let's see.
Look at
Should
this.
I just... What'd you
that-
roll?
The Yethhound still
24.
on there?
The Yethhound is still on there because I can't figure out how to delete it because I deleted the number and it's still there.
Ah.
Hover over
So
the
we're-
token and see if the trash can pops up.
Hmm?
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I didn't even see a trash. Oh, I see. It's very light. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So, starting off with Mr. Ward. What you doing, buddy?
Ismark is gonna see that thing, and he is going to use a move action to study that target.
You study the target.
I don't know how it works in first edition because I never played characters who were smart. Is there a thing that I can do to identify what this creature is? Because Joe knows what this creature is, but Ismark has never fucking seen this before in his life.
You
Yeah,
can
you
roll
can
me.
do that.
Go on.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you can make knowledge checks as like a general thing for you can identify creatures and find out things about them by various knowledges.
It does take your standard, but this one is an outsider of the evil subtype, so you would have to roll planes.
I do have 1 rank in planes, which
No!
means I can use my inspiration die for free. So I'm going to try. And that will be my standard and my move, which is good enough for me. Hey, that was a good roll. That's a 29 on knowledge planes.
29. All right. Joe receives
Easy.
Joe receives the sheet, and Joe Ismark knows all the things that Joe would know.
Oh boy.
Let me send it to you, and you can fucking marvel at his dumbass stats. Stupid fucking stats. Why did they put this guy in here?
They put these stats on this because it's one of those kind of creatures.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yep. Ismark is like that's basically his whole turn. But he is going to like his eyes go wide and he starts to process like holy shit, I've only read about this once and I thought they were fake or like gone. Like these
Say
are
psych
not
right now.
common. Right? Like this is not a creature that's like, oh yes, they're over in this part of the world. It's more like
No,
these
no,
are
no,
like
no,
a
no.
legendary, they don't show up often kind of thing.
Yeah, this shows up in like a lot of cave paintings by goblins who swear to God that they've seen one and that it is a god to them, but it is mostly theoretical as to whether or not they actually exist. Spoiler, they do.
No, dude, I swear, I seen it. I seen it with my own
You've seen it
eyes.
with your own eyes. But yeah, if you would like to share any of that information, feel free.
Ismark kind of stammers for a second, and he points at it, and he just goes, "That's a barghest. That's a real barghest."
Do you want to share with the rest of the class, Izzy?
Fuck, man.
The primary point that you might want to tell people about here is that it can activate Blink at will and that it has DR10 magic.
That's the thing. He's like Ismark looks down at the freshly soaked rapier, and who is not wielding a magic weapon?
The backline.
Yeah.
Ismark is. Can he, as a free action, kick the Rancer off of his pack and let it drop to the ground in his space?
Yeah, sure.
He is going to unhook the Rancer so that it falls to the ground. It is a magic Rancer, so he's going to do that and be like, magic. You gotta use magic. Hit it with magic. And he is holding up his rapier, terrified. But that's his whole turn. That's his standard in his move, so he's not
So-
going anywhere.
Just reminding myself, the DR10 magic means that unless it is magic, you have to get over 10 damage to actually damage it.
Yep.
Yes.
It'll reduce the damage by 10 unless if you use something that qualifies for it. Something that's at least magical.
Do you know what qualifies as magical?
These guns.
Well, yes, but also
Yeah,
anything that you use the oil plus weapon on.
Then Christ pick that up. Okay.
Yep. Very good.
Yes.
Very good buy.
Okay.
So, Malfeshna Cord.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait. Oh, tied with Shay. Okay, so let's see. Shay, what is your dexterity?
She got
18.
a nat 20 though.
Oh,
I
you
did get a
you
nat
rolled a 20.
20.
Okay. You can go first.
Let's go! Now, if I remember correctly, you mentioned Evil Outsider.
Yes, an outsider of the evil subtype. I did mention that.
Let's fucking go. Alright.
Find it.
Because I was going to, ask, hey, is this Evil Outsider? Does this qualify as an apparition or a magical beast?
This is an outsider of the evil subtype.
Let's fucking go. Alright, well, Shay. How do you smite again?
You just
Point your sword and say, "Die, monster! You don't belong in this world."
Basically.
It's a swift action, so you.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't take very much time. It's a swift action. You make an attack against it. I believe with Torture Crusader, you're getting a +2 on
Plus
2 hit.
+4 if you.
It's a +4, yeah.
Oh, Evil Outsider. Yeah, there you go.
You don't need to. You don't need to hit with it. Like smite just goes on, and then you.
Let's go. Alright, well, Shay is going to...
until he's dead.
Let's fucking go.
Or
Shay's
you
gonna
are.
5... Yeah, okay, that's probably more likely, if we're being honest here. But we can dream! Shay's gonna 5-foot step. She's gonna smite. She sees this thing. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like that it was in her head. She doesn't like that it fucked with Sola. She just doesn't like its vibe. She's gonna dive in, and she's gonna full attack. And I have a lot of things to add up. Give me a second.
Pool full of barghasts, and we dive in.
Alright. That's going to be 12 plus 8. That's going to be 20 plus 2. It's going to be a 22.
That's a 22 to hit?
Mm-hmm.
Let me double
So
check.
including the +4 from smite.
It is not. That's going to be a 26.
All right, so that's a 26 to hit, which certainly does. You're going to bypass its DR. So go ahead and roll your damage, and make sure to add your extra damage.
That has a range on it.
Plus 4. Okay. Sorry, I knew all of these things separately, but I'm putting them all together for the first time now.
Yep, you'll get 2 bonus damage since it's an evil outsider on your first hit per round. So
Alright.
every attack for now.
It's going to be... Where the fuck is my... Okay. Alright. I'm learning I should have a fucking calculator on hand.
Welcome to Pathfinder.
That's
Do
going
be
to be-
like that.
Okay.
Simply do the math.
Okay, that's going to be a 9 plus 2, that's going to be 11, plus another 2, that's going to be 12.
12 damage is a good chunk, Shay.
Plus 2 are gonna be 13.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Sorry, I need a calculator, apparently.
It's all right.
So, yeah.
Shay, you rush forward, and in a single aggressive swing, you do manage to cut it. You see some blood start dribbling down its flank.
Gross.
All right. It is now the big boy's turn. And Shay,
Mm-hmm.
you have the misfortune of being within biting distance.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here what we've got. Let's do. Matt, real quick. If I have 2 attacks listed here, it's either or, right?
Can you send me a screenshot?
Yeah, sure. Bam. Or just get both for a full round.
So yeah, that's for a full attack. You get to use all your natural weapons.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it is.
You're about to get Shay. You're about to experience what I remember at my table. We used to call it the blender.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
It
That sounds like a blending.
Oh, it crit with the fucking crit confirm. It crit with the crit. It rolled 2 20s.
Well,
Rock?
that's a blending.
Rock, please.
Oh,
Well,
Rock?
well, yeah, this is the Rock again. I have a quick question. I know it doesn't.
You, Miss Staircase.
Yeah, I know it doesn't matter at this moment because it crit twice. However, for future rounds, if Shay survives this round, does the +4 deflection AC stack with her Shield of Swing AC boost?
What type of Shield of Swing? What type of boost is Shield of Swings?
I think it should. It works like reverse power attack, which typically stacks.
Oh, it's a shield bonus. Then yes,
Yeah.
it does stack.
Okay. Her
Okay.
AC is going to be 24 for this guy.
24. That means the first one, very thankfully, misses you. But the second one, it rakes its claws against your flesh, Shay, and you are taking 28 damage.
Holy shit. Okay.
That's over half, right? Over half.
Minus 1. Yep.
Okay.
She's up.
That took half her health. Over half, actually.
She's up.
Solar, your turn.
Oh wait.
Yes.
Her AC is actually going to be 26.
He rolled at 35.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just like, oh yeah, I gotta keep that in mind. Just
but yeah,
different.
I can only do this. What? I have 1 scroll of this that might be useful. Can Sola like duck down to where she like kind of like is right beside Sibyl, and like slightly in front of Sibyl's like leg or something? She has a cone attack, but she doesn't want to hit Shay. Would that be feasible?
I will allow it. I will allow it.
I'll move her up here. She's like technically a little bit to the side. And we're gonna use our Scroll of Burning Hands. Maybe that'll do something.
Sure. Go for it.
So that is a reflex save?
Yes.
Now, I am going to let you know that this does put you in range of him. He can have reach. So he could 5 foot and hit you, Z.
Yeah, but he just went, so I'm hopefully gonna have a couple more people between me and him before that happens.
Very fair. I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know.
Wants us to the meat grinder.
Hey, look, I put how many spells on you, bitch?
All
Good
right,
luck,
so...
I'm behind 2 lesbians.
All right, go ahead and roll the reflex damage. Reflex save, right?
Yeah, reflex save on success, it's half.
All right, what's the DC?
I don't know what the DC would be on this roll.
It'd be level 1 because it's a level 1 spell. So what would your be 10 plus?
Okay. So my level 1s are 16.
All right, he fails that save. How much damage?
And then I open this. Going between several tabs here. Give me a moment. 1d4 points of fire damage per caster level. We just hit 4, so it's 4d4.
Wow, 44 damage.
8, 11, 12, 13. Almost max, 15 points of damage.
All right, 15. That's very good. That's enough that I have to get out a calculator. I can't do that in my head.
If
All
you
right.
if
In
you
danger.
want to do, like, I don't know if you know this trick on Roll20, you can put his health in one of the bubbles above his token,
Mhm.
and then once you hit enter, it's there, and then you can just tap minus whatever into the bubble and hit enter, and it will automatically subtract for you.
Extremely based. That is extremely based. Thank you. Yeah, you hit him with the fire, and he seems particularly upset about that. So that's your standard and your move. Nualia, bless her heart, is not the smartest woman around. So she sees Ismark drop the Ransor. She's going to move up to this square and pick up Ransor. And that's going to be her turn. Right. Augie.
She has a
It's
returning knife.
It's a returning dagger.
Yeah, it's a returning dagger. It's a returning
with
dagger.
the bless.
Yeah, I think we'll see if she can get that. Okay, that's going to be a miss, unfortunately.
Delightful.
We'll pass. Kokoro.
What was it again? Will?
What?
It's your
Yeah,
turn to
I'm
it's your
hearing
turn
something.
to do
I'm
shit.
hearing something. I'm hearing something in my ear, so it's kind of fucking with me. Okay, let me restart real quick.
Hello?
Hello?
Nice.
Yeah, it's your
Hello?
turn.
I still hear it, but I get the gist of what's being told to me. I'm gonna fuck with my audio after this. I know it's not gonna work, but I want it to.
Believe.
All right, thanks, Joe. That encouragement was all I needed.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna try it and cast Daze on it at least once.
That does not work, my friend.
Okay, so it does not work. Okay. I wanted to try it at least once to confirm.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea to try it. Alright, Mez is
I'm
going
gonna
to...
mess with my audio. I'll be right back.
Mez is going to line up a shot. She is going to use magic. She doesn't have much magic, though. She just has the one magic bullet. And I do not want to use that for Iris. So instead, she's going to try and hit with the musket anyway. Ah! She rolled a fucking 1! Oh, man.
Not enough friendly fire.
No, it's fine, because the gun breaks. She has a gun malfunction.
Oh, no.
And she will spend 1 grit point to clear it. But that means she will have to reload before she attacks next turn. Alright. Sab.
Well, there's only one thing to do, right?
If you step on the fire square, you do take damage.
What's the fire square? Okay.
Go to the side.
I mean, I'm not in the fire square if I step here, right?
You are not.
Yeah, we'll engage in a flanking maneuver.
Okay. Was that a move you just took?
Yes.
That does provoke.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't it? But you're moving through his threatened space.
I'm moving around. Actually, I'm probably too... It depends on what the call is for me being big here. Like, can I move here?
I would let you move there.
Then it wouldn't provoke, because you can move through somebody's threatened squares, you just can't move out of them.
Ah, very fair then.
Yeah,
Continue.
you can like circle around somebody without provoking.
Mhm.
I mean,
Are you gonna attempt to grapple?
I'm gonna attempt to grapple.
You got your fucking work cut out for you.
I mean, oh god, that's not the dice tower.
Put it in your drink.
Yeah, it did.
Oh no.
That is a 25.
That is not enough. I am sorry.
Oh.
Oh.
So you try to land the grapple and it breaks free.
Dogs are hard to grab.
Ismark, your turn.
Oh, Betty. All right. He's gonna step in here. So he's gonna move. He's not actually 5-foot stepping. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Probably hasn't moved, right?
The Barghest? The Barghest has not moved.
Okay. Gonna move in. Ismark is going to. Why didn't I take the other boon ability instead of the one that I did? Curses.
Question.
Fiddlesticks. I need to buff my attack somehow. I don't know how it works in here. But Ismark has a temporary bonus to his attack and damage equal to half of his level because of his studied combat. But
plus
he's
the
going
oil,
to...
plus the guidance.
Yes. Plus, what does guidance give?
+1.
+1.
Just +1? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be... I don't know how to add a temporary modifier to his attacks. Unless it's...
There's a thing toward the very top of the sheet that says buffs, and you can add a custom buff there. If you want, you can just roll it now, and then you can mess with that over the course of the next turn.
Then we're going to roll a rapier strike, and it's going to be what? I don't need an inspiration. It's a normal d20. That's definitely not going to hit. Oh, I forgot I had this on here. But I rolled a 3 for a total of a 14.
That is definitely not a hit, my friend.
Real quick, 2 rows above your weapons, there's the melee.
The white box is your buff.
Yeah, you can put it in the temp box.
Ah, okay. So this is bless and that. Well, actually, I can make the temp buff here that I had. Let me get.
All right. While Joe takes care of that, Shay, it is your turn.
This thing fucking hurts.
It sure does.
Just go and attack it again. We'll do full attack. Is there any, like, you know what, never mind, I'm not gonna move. I was thinking about trying to flank with Sabil, but I was like, I cannot leave Sola defenseless.
You're already flanking.
Yeah, we're
already dead.
Oh, okay, sweet. Cool. It's going to be I took the time to fucking put all my shit together. It's gonna be a 13 plus 14.
For a total of 27?
27, yep.
27 is a hit.
Okay. It's going to be 2. 7.
7 is 7.
7 is 7.
You land another blow, and although he seems upset, not terribly so. You don't know if you've made very much progress.
Nope. But at least it goes past the GR, right?
He seems intent on obliterating you in particular right now, Shay. Not because you're you, but because you're standing in front of Sola.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's gonna go ahead and full attack again.
Goodbye, everyone.
Okay. Does the 32 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. 22 misses though, right?
Yes, it does.
You're very fortunate that it does.
Incredible.
You take 7 piercing damage as it takes a bite out of your shoulder and tries to move you out of the way.
Oof. Goddamn. So you're lucky Shay likes you.
Sola, it is now your turn. You can see the hatred in this thing's eyes. It wants you very dead.
Well, Shay is working as a wonderful meat shield currently.
Not gonna last another round, I'm telling you that now.
Well, she's gonna help you as much as she can. It's not a lot, but because I don't think. Double check. So we have this is the Pathfinder has 1 standard action and then 1 move.
1 standard, 1 move, 1 swift, 1 free, 1 immediate.
Okay. And hexes are standards usually, right?
Yes.
Most spells, yeah.
The fifth. That's not gonna be useful right here. But she got back a nice little nifty thing during the level up that will be helpful here. We're gonna do a cure moderate wound on Shay. So roll big. Have 11, 15.
Let's go.
So she's like, kind of taps you on the back of the shoulder, and the bite that you just suffered immediately starts to heal. And she is still staring at this creature. And is meeting in his eyes, and whether this is well advised or not letting it look away, more or less, like challenging it. Not saying anything, because can't think of anything to say right now, because it's late.
Valid. Thank you for sticking with us through combat scene.
But is not backing down either. So hopefully you guys can hit it very hard and very fast. Yes?
Alright. It is now Newt's turn, because nobody has fucking stopped her.
A little busy.
She picks up Ransor, and she will attempt attack with Ransor. So let's see what you got here. Be rolling at a minus. That's a miss. That is a miss. She is trying.
She's trying.
She tries to lunge forward with the Ransor, and Ismark almost gets hit by it, but sways out of the way at the last second. Excuse me?
Excuse... What the... Turns back to the Barghast.
Alright. Augie is, I think, going to use move actions to try and get over here. Now, I think he does threaten all around him, right?
Yes.
So if she's moving from here to here, that does provoke, doesn't it? Because she's moving out of the threatened square here into this threatened square.
You would threaten diagonal, so he threatens this square as well. So once pretty much everything around it is threatened.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you stay touching a diagonal or horizontal.
Stay touching the threatened zone.
Yeah.
Alright, so she's going to position herself.
If she tried to move here, she would provoke.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so she's going to try and set up for a good next turn then. She used most of her move action to get over here, because she had to move past people. Alright, Kokoro.
Pepper, you're muted.
Oh. Is Piper back?
Sorry, I'm here. So this thing has like DR5 the magic, you said? DR10?
You're
You're
10.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to hit it with magic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so if it means magic, that means magic.
Magic
can't
gets
hit it.
through when it's
magic
DR
bypasses.
and / magic.
I can either chuck a magic missile at it or I can help Mez.
Magic missile is probably pretty good here, unless you have any
Yeah.
other like
Alright, that's
wombo
all I got.
spells.
Unless you
Because
can
it's
make.
immune to all mind altering, right? I assume. Not just saves, but all mind altering.
No, he's not immune to mind altering.
Oh!
He just has a
saying.
lot of hit dice.
Oh, I see. In that case, that's a game changer.
He has 10 hit dice, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, what? Wait, so does hit dice roll for resistance or?
Daze doesn't work on certain amount of hit
Oh
dice, if
no,
I'm not mistaken.
not for days.
Oh, let's see. Intelligence creature is lower. Type bonus. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, hideous laughter. Yes, that would work. So let's
Save
see.
or suck.
Save or suck, baby.
Save that suck.
That's a game changer.
He rolled a
Yes.
19. He met the DC. I am so sorry.
Hey, but that means you have something up your sleeve if you have any other like spell slots for this
I
type
do
of
have
shit.
more spell slots.
Yes.
And he did have to roll kind of good to get it. So it's not a bad
Hero
idea
can't
by
force a
any means.
reroll.
Okay. Okay. Next turn. That's my turn.
All right, Mez is going to try and right. So her gun is broken. She has to use an action. She used that last turn to clear. So then she's going to reload, and then she's going to shoot. So this is shot number 2 from Mez. As a hit, but unfortunately, that is not enough damage to penetrate.
Hmm.
God damn it, Joe.
Joe.
All right.
Well, I didn't do anything.
Sabine, it is your turn.
Alright, this couldn't fail twice.
Get him.
It certainly could.
Hey, we don't need no amazing.
Aren't your fists magic? Shouldn't you punch?
These guns are loaded.
Both options are potentials here. Yeah, I'm punching. 29 to hit.
29 is a hit. Roll your damage.
Dice are getting stuck in the dice tower. Alright, so that is it's 14 bludgeoning damage.
14 bludgeoning. You batter this thing with a not quite flurry of blows. Maybe a 1-2 punch.
I just punch it in the side of the head. What more do you need?
He blinks his eyes and he seems to be a little thrown.
Stop biting people, damn it! Punch.
Eastmark.
Kill.
Please kill.
I am going to risk it for the biscuit because I think it's more interesting to do stuff even though it's not tactically useful. I'm going to attempt to trip the creature.
Oh, you're welcome to try.
I will use inspiration
Mm-hmm.
because fuck it. And that I got a lot of bonuses, so I'm rolling in on a wing and a prayer. That is
Do it for Jenny.
16 20 27?
No.
Just fucking slapping. Wait, no, sorry. No, yeah, no, that's right. Never mind. Disregard. I thought I forgot something, but it turns out I did not forget it. Darn it.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, but that does not work.
That is totally fair. How many? Where's my?
Hey,
Little
he's marked.
counter.
He saw the sheet, right? What's its CMD?
I would know it. You did tell me that I could look at the sheet.
Yes. So the number is the CMD is 28, but it's 32 against tripping.
It's
Damn it!
got 4 legs.
Wow.
Do not try and trip this man's.
Well, fine.
Can Joe get another turn? Because Joe did not read.
Should have known.
I am perfectly happy accepting. I wanted to risk it for the biscuit.
That biscuit, though.
We will proceed on to Shayatress's turn.
No. We could just wait for a
How
while.
it is written.
We could just all sit here.
You trying to wait out the timer? Is that what you're trying to do?
Trying to wait
No.
out my attention span and my wakefulness.
Yep.
It's gonna be a. I'm assuming this hits. It's gonna be a 33.
A 33 will certainly hit.
Yep.
I don't know if smite's good.
Shut up. Okay, it's only this good because it's an evil outsider. That's going to calculate the damage. To be a 6 plus just gotta keep dividing by half. It's gonna be another 7, Chief.
All right. With another 7, he's starting to look a little rough. He's not fully out of the game yet, though. All right. And then it's his turn. And he's going to start to try and cast something.
Yeah.
Does he
Well,
trigger?
shit.
Huh?
He's going to cast defensively.
Boo.
So 15 plus a spell level, right? Let's see. What is the fucking spell level on this?
Some bullshit. That's what it is.
He has to make a roll to do it, okay? Alright, so that would be caster... What is your caster level? Buddy, what's your caster level? 9. Okay.
Actually, it's a 1. You're just misreading it.
I mean, this is a straight 1d20 for him.
It's 15 plus double spell level, by the way.
Oh, okay. So there's almost no way he's making this.
I will rules lawyer this man out of existence.
Because it's double spell level. And yeah, I don't think he can legally make this unless he crits.
He's legally obligated to fail.
He did not crit. All right, so he's going to
cringe.
Just provoke.
He's casting defensively, but he fails, so he does provoke. Is that correct, Matt?
Yeah.
Yep. So he's going to provoke, and he provokes from anyone who could attack him, which is damn near the whole party.
Get him!
So we'll proceed in initiative order. So Ismark first.
Oh, it's stabbing time. For the record, I can swap out or not for the record. Clarifying question: can I swap out an attack of opportunity with a maneuver?
Yes.
Does this creature seem to be holding anything?
He's not holding anything. He just seems to be starting arcane incantations.
Ooh. All right, fine. I'm gonna stab him. I'm gonna stab him real good.
Can you
Roll to
disarm
stab.
him?
I'm
Man,
gonna try to stab him. That's a 20. What's my bonus? 23.
23 will hit. Roll your damage.
That is 6, 8 piercing damage. It is magical because my rapier's stopping wet with bless.
That does a fair chunk of damage.
Nice.
The crit range on this was reduced. I didn't crit. I just forgot about it.
All right. Now he's going to lose that spell, but I believe he still does eat a bunch of attacks of opportunity, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So next up in initiative order would be Shay.
Okay, and this only procs 1 attack of opportunity, right?
Yes.
Okay. Does a 20 hit? Dirty 20?
A 20 will hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
Hello.
Could be.
It's gonna be a 5.
A 5. All right.
Oomph.
Okay. Sab.
Augie first, if you're.
All right. Augie. Augie is not going to hit.
Even with flanking?
It's 20, so it would bring it down to 18, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does Nualia not get a swing
yeah.
in?
Yeah, Nualia does get one too. Let's see if she can hit with her fucking
Come on in, new.
0 HP.
The water sucks.
By Jove, she did it. She fucking hit. The red source 2d4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2d4 plus 1 plus strength bonus. Well,
Okay.
Plus 1.5 strength bonus.
Okay, so that is 4. Her strength bonus is 2, so that's plus 3. So that's 7, plus a 1 is 8. Alright. So
One time you will
Nualia.
hear me fucking cheering for Nualia.
We stand a queen.
You
Yeah.
have no fucking idea how goddamn gormless and gobsmacked I am that I'm fighting side by side with Nualia.
As Ismark lunges in for his attack, Nualia comes in above him and manages to dig the Ransor into this thing's shoulder. Sab, you are now up.
That's a 25 boss.
Alright, roll to hit. Roll damage.
That is another 14.
Alright. So, Sabine, how would you like to murder this thing?
Oh!
Yo!
I'm cool.
Alright,
Here comes Sabine with the steel chair.
Sabile's huge. So let's see. So everyone's kind of swinging at it from that side, so it's probably getting back towards her. She's going to punch this thing in the side of the head again, and then put one hand on its lower jaw and one hand on its upper jaw.
Oof!
And just pull until it stops moving.
Ooh.
It howls in agony. And eventually, with a wet gurgle, falls into the pit of fire and begins to burn. And with that, combat is over. You are free to search the room if you would like, or we could cut it here.
Mez did not hit anybody but the Barghest once, but unfortunately you had to do more than 10 points of damage to damage it.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
one
you
was like gun malfunction.
Yeah, you shot, I think, 2 times?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
so
you used
deduct
one
2
grit?
bullets. Yeah. And you used
All
1
we
grit to
needed.
clear.
I imagine Sola has like curled in on herself just a little bit at the howl. Not pleasant.
But with Malfeshnikor dead, there's an odd quiet that comes over the room. In the sense of evil that you had all felt earlier dies along with him.
Did Sola use her fancy shit on what is it called? Amy,
Balm?
do you remember if Sola used balm on Shay?
I think she did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was
Shay
14, right?
was injured after the Nualia fight, right?
She was
Yeah.
very badly injured.
Shay, there's a reason why she's covered in scars.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know how?
We're gonna fucking slap
Because she
another
doesn't know what Terry means.
cure light wounds on Shay.
I'm sorry, boss. I think those are more than light wounds.
Look.
Okay. Shay's at 34 out of 54. That heal from earlier helped a lot. She was at 19 earlier.
Oh, she gets another 9.
Let's go.
All right. So, would you like to search the room? Or you want to keep that for next time?
Might as well, because we're gonna discuss the splitting of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. That was my thinking too.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Fuck this guy.
blood.
Go
Shay's gonna
ahead. Oh,
fucking.
go on.
Nah, I feel like Shay's just fucking. I don't know, pissed off at this thing because this thing hurt. Fucking holy water. Fuck you.
Yeah, I imagine, like, Solo will want to, before they leave the room, like, throw some water onto this fire, because that feels like something that should not continue to burn.
It continues to burn.
Good noise for that.
As you look around, there is one thing that's immediately visible is the candles themselves that you see here are all magical. There's something called eternal candles, and they are worth something by themselves. Each one of these candles is worth 25 gold, and there are 60 of them in the room.
Ooh,
6-0?
60, yes. In addition to that, you find a small silver coffer on one of the shelves over here with a Sahedron emblazed on it.
Why did I just have a cute, like, idea, like, if one of these, like, eternal candles, if it's not, like, horribly cursed and evil as shit, that just becomes Cece's nightlight.
Aw.
Aww.
Oh, as long as it doesn't threaten to burn the house.
No, it's just a minor illusion that produces no actual flame in terms of
Oh, God.
heat. But
Yo!
it's
Yes,
light.
it can be for Cece.
Night lights for everybody. Let's go.
Everybody's got nightlights. The coffer that you find is made of pure silver and is worth 100 gold in and of itself. Do you open it?
Detect magic.
Sola, detecting magic, you get a sense that there's something up at the walls over here. There is something magical inside of the coffer as well, but it's not any bad magic. It's evocation, but you don't think it's the fireball kind of evocation.
Solo's not gonna mess with the coffer right now. That's on somebody else. She will kind of walk
I'll mess with
around.
it. Give it
All right. So within the coffer, Kokoro, you open it, and in a bed of white sand, you find this ring.
Ooh, pretty.
It is a ring of force shield, which is actually
Ooh.
pretty good for Coco.
Anything that has shield, Kokoro.
Then, in addition to that, Sola, you find, well, you get the feeling that there might be some secret doors here?
Ha! 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 I have the thing.
He's gone mad with power.
You detect 2 secret doors, Sola.
If she is able to like point them out to Ismark, is he able to see them?
Yes.
Trap man, do the trap thing.
Huh? What?
Trap man.
All right, hold on.
Dun, 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 dun.
Mark is gonna trap the trap thing. Trippity trap. The detective smiles back. 34.
With a 34, none of those are trapped. And you can open them up. It seems to be some sort of cache that was here. That might have been... Oh, sorry. Bam. It's little alcoves that were left behind by the jailers, perhaps to keep supplies that they needed. But looking at it, you're not entirely sure. You do, however, find an awful lot of things hidden in here. Perhaps remnants. Yes?
Sola, you're the one looking, right?
Yes.
Because Ismark just checked it for traps.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way that Ismark could surreptitiously, just coincidentally look inside your bag without you noticing?
I'm
Now
gonna
of all
fucking
times,
smack
Ismark.
you.
Does Holly bite him?
Really quick.
That
Yeah, you
sounds
got
like
really
stealth
quick.
check
You
to
got
me.
like 3 perception checks to pass, buddy.
Yep.
Roll that stealth.
Roll it.
I'm
Need that
going.
sleight of hand.
My brother in
Use-
Christ, we almost just
use
fucking died.
inspiration. Yeah, and I got inspiration left. That's
Now that
really
I know
bad
we're
roll.
not going to die, I gotta use
I'm
inspiration.
going to use a hero point on it.
Good Christ!
You said-
I want the book. Give me the book.
She said after the dungeon. She
Why
didn't say
now?
no, she said after the dungeon.
Ismark's curious.
Oh my god.
So wait, this is a perception check or a stealth check?
Stealth check opposed by
Stealth check.
perception.
The stealth check is 26.
Oh shit.
All right. Anyone who wants to try and beat a 26 is welcome to try.
Well, the Sola already has.
Ah, well, there you go then.
Because I will tell you, Sola has a plus 12 to her perception.
I mean, Ismark's got a plus 10 to stealth.
He's
And
still
a
14,
14.
14 or up to be a 26.
He ain't no
Rolled an
slouch.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sola, you catch him going for it.
Feels a movement in the bag and without even looking just snatches his wrist. And slowly head turn in his direction.
Ismark looks at you and blinks. And then looks at it on the bag and then looks at you. He doesn't say anything.
Do I need to start talking to you like you are your 4-year-old?
His expression gets a little sour.
You were scratching at your face and screaming. And you want to look at it again while we are still under an entire enemy encampment.
He opens up his mouth and then closes his mouth. Fair point. Throws his hands up. Fair point. And he'll take a step back, or 2 or 3.
She watches him for a long moment. Next time, I may not be able to pull you out of whatever hold it had. Think about that before you go for it again. She'll turn back to what she was doing.
Just gulps quietly.
What Sola was doing was uncovering the remnants from previous people who had been locked in this place. This is, you know it for certain now, a prison cell. Open only from one side. You find all of this in there.
Jesus.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I'll start typing.
Sabine pulls out a small little notebook and just starts recording.
I knew that you see that.
Masterwork items. Breastplate, light crossbow. What does masterwork do?
+1 to attack and -1 on armor penalty for armor.
I could use one of those.
Can Shay have the silver wind chimes? She just wants them for her
wants the wind chimes.
Dead ass.
What?
Evemark wants to give them to Ginny.
No, Shay wants them.
No,
For her
Evemark
cabin.
wants them.
No,
She nearly
wants
died for
them.
these.
There's a doll right there that you can give to CC.
It's got silk
I'll
clothing.
take the
You
dice.
gotta get stuff for Ginny too. He will take. Wait, hold on. Is this one of those creepy ass porcelain dolls?
It's fairly elaborate, but it's extremely old, so it's in Thessalonian
Oh,
clothing.
It's one of
Like
those
an antique.
creepy old ones that Grandma has. It's in a glass cabinet, and you swear
Yep.
to God it follows you when you walk across the room.
Those are so
That's
pretty,
exactly it,
though.
yes.
You want me to give that to a child?
I
Yeah.
feel like
Those are
she'd dig
pretty
it though.
quickly.
I would invent nightmares for her.
I feel like Cece's the kind of kid that like has like, I don't know, slightly fucked up toys. Like not in the fact of like they're creepy, but in the fact of like she'll take a toy dinosaur and put a tutu on it.
Yep.
And it's just like
It's misnested.
yeah. As God intended.
I would like to place claim on the masterwork light crossbow.
Sold.
Sold.
I would like the dice, please.
Holy symbol? What's the holy what's
Somebody
is it?
roll me religion.
I will.
I got you. Evemark reads books, sometimes about God. It was a really bad roll.
Yeah, 17.
23.
23.
Bad roll.
23 is that our high bidder?
Yeah, I got a 22.
Okay.
I'll give it a try. One sec. I do have knowledge religion. As a goddess, it's only natural.
You have to know your colleagues, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. See, knowledge religion. I take it back. I do not have knowledge religion. Who the fuck are these guys?
Right. With a all right, Shay, what did you get?
17.
17. It's a woman holding some sort of Thessalonian symbol. I don't fucking know. It's probably a rune lord. Ismark and Sabile, and probably Sola, if she takes a look, would not need to roll. This is a very controversial god. Her name is Lysala. She is the person who gave the rune lords the ability to cast rune magic. She is depicted here as a woman with no mouth.
Oh
Is
boy.
she hot?
Yeah, if except for the lack of mouth, yes.
What do you mean, except?
Well, I guess you would know. I have a above table like time question.
Yes.
So like, since we have become entangled in Rune Lordic related bullshit, there has been at least 1 to 2 days that have passed, right? Like since we have heard the word Rune Lord.
This is well, I believe that this is. I mean, day 2 of knowing what a Rune Lord is, but this is day 3 or 4 of your adventures total.
So, correct me if I am wrong, but would it be? So I gave Ismark like 1 or 2 ranks in knowledges that I don't consider him to be that expert in. He just, I imagine he would see this and be like, "Hey, I think I read about this once. Oh boy." And then like, is there a book he could read on Rune Lord-isms?
I'm so glad that you asked that, because among Nualia's items, there was a book on Rune Lords. As a matter of fact, it's a very unique book. It's annotated. Iris, why don't you roll me a perception check?
What do you mean, Iris?
I said Iris.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean Iris. Iris! Iris, are you with us?
Working on it. She's working on it. Give her a second.
She's cooking. She's cooking.
Okay, a 10 is enough. This book on Rune Lords is, when you glance at it, as everybody is kind of looking over all the stuff here, the handwriting that's in the margins, that's your mom and dad's handwriting.
What do you think that means? How does the conspiracy brain fare?
Yeah, I imagine Ismark flips it open to try and like figure out what's what here, as he's trying to call the name to mind, and that's when Mez will see it.
Yeah, like kind of leans back, snaps his fingers, like, what's it called? And he's like turning around in place, looking at stuff. Can I help you? As Mez comes up.
I love the distant Mr. Evie shitposting.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get in time.
I imagine you diving for the mute button. DM, I have another question.
Yes, what's your other question?
The book that is nearby that has the scrawlings and writings in the margins. What does it look like?
It's a regular book. It's a history of
standard...
Thassalon with a Sahedron on the front.
Okay. So there's nothing overtly sinister and or intriguing about it.
No.
Aside from it being in Nualia's room when we found it.
Nualia's room with Mama and Papa Kival's handwriting.
He blinks and looks at it, turns it over in his hand, and then looks at Mesmine, raises an eyebrow, and just, yeah, sure, and I'll hand it to her. Not completely suspicious yet.
Only like 90%.
Now, while all of this is going on, Sabine, you took one look at that thing and you knew it was Lasala. That's the name that Ismark was looking for.
Hey, buddy, talking about Lasala?
Thank you. Oh my god, it was on the tip of my tongue, I swear. I read it like 2 days ago or something. Can't remember.
days kind of run together. I stay up late.
You been sleeping enough, buddy?
What? No. I mean, yes.
Well, which is it?
Yes, don't. Fine. Just like waving dismissively.
Yeah, excuse me for asking.
No, I mean, no. Like, does not know how to deal with people who does not know how to deal with people. Full stop.
How dare you show concern for me?
No, it's not the concern that's the problem. I said the wrong thing. Concern is good. Keep doing that. But like, I'm good.
Poor Mark. Mesmine, you can clutch the book very closely. So, what were you gonna say?
Nothing. I'm starting audio stemming. I apologize.
No, that's totally fine. A neat detail that you would know, looking at the statue of Lasala, is that although she's largely considered an evil god today, she wasn't always that way. The initial granting of the runes to the rune lords wasn't in the form of sin magic. It was actually in the form of virtue magic. But over time, having that absolute power seems to have had some sort of effect on her. She became evil as the sin magic, virtue magic was twisted into sin magic.
Many thoughts.
As we are all left with our thoughts after that encounter, is there anything anyone wants to get in real quick? Otherwise, I think it's good to call it here.
Does anyone want any of the art objects claimed? Because otherwise, I'm just gonna throw the total value into a pile.
Gotta get something for Ginny. She wouldn't want anything, but I mean, I feel bad if I didn't get her.
I got you with the porcelain doll. Can I convince you to take an electrum plate for Ginny? Like you could have like a nice family plate. You can put that in a display case. It's made out of electrum. It's pretty sweet.
The nice silver tray that's only used on special days.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a family heirloom, you know. Electrum will last forever.
I imagine it is a banger Kirkland's find.
Aside from that, I don't know if she likes dragons. There's a dragon.
Yeah, dragon. Put it on the plate.
Holy moly.
I'm assuming the stone idol is not particularly important.
No, it's just a stone idol.
Gotcha.
Ominous, but unimportant.
May I have dice?
Yeah, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to?
That'd be great fun.
Do you want a bitch and cauldron solo? It's solid gold.
Alchemical symbols. Alchemical symbols are safe.
Yeah, that's sick.
But no, unless it actually has a mechanical benefit, it'd be better for us to have it in gold. So it has a cauldron at home.
We don't want like a bitchy one?
I feel like she's attached to her cauldron too.
Miss wants it.
So it's one of those things of like, you know, like the old school traditional stone made like mortar and pestle things that the longer you use it, like the more it has been like teena'd by everything.
It's got nice seasoning on it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't replace that.
The cast iron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, because every time I talk to Kira about shit, she's like, well, it only cost X number of gold. And it's like, does it look like I have gold currently?
Oh, you guys have so much gold now.
We are rather wealthy.
Yeah,
pretty,
yeah, but
it's pretty
25
bogus.
gold a pop starts adding up real fast.
These candles are 25 gold a pop. These
That was like
60
1,000
candles
total.
could be 60 potions.
I understand the numbers currently, but I have also been the gatekeeper of the gold in other campaigns, and I see how fast it goes empty.
I feel like Holy Blood messed with our minds with like how expensive everything was.
Oh, it's not just Holy Blood, because we have dropped really low in rogues several times.
Don't worry, I got the purse strings. I won't let anyone get out of line.
I'm trying to think if there's anything. I feel like the only thing Shay wants is the wind chimes.
Yeah, I've got you the wind chimes.
Let's go.
I'll take the statue of a dragon. Who doesn't want a statue of a dragon?
Alright, it's pretty fucking cool. I'm assuming wands and scrolls are going to be going to Kokoro and Sola, respectively.
I'm gonna be real. Can we break up the masterwork shit and like the mechanically beneficial shit on a different day?
Yeah.
Yep, sounds fair.
Mm-hmm. We're good calling it here, and we have plenty of time to discuss what to do with the rest of the loot.
Mm-hmm.